Okay, get this. The only thing worse than bad design is good design.
Now that's a spicy one.
Right. Kind of makes you go, who would even say that?
Yeah, who would say that?
Well, it actually sets the stage perfectly for our deep dive today, which is all about synthetic happiness.
Ooh, synthetic happiness.
Yeah. It's this whole idea that, like, we can actually create happiness even when, we don't get what we want.
Okay, interesting.
And, all that, like, design and advertising, consumer culture stuff, it all plays a huge part in, like, how we even think about happiness in the first place.
Makes sense, yeah.
So for this deep dive, we're going to unpack this excerpt called Pasted Text.
Okay.
And it's really thought-provoking. It makes you think, like, are those BUY now buttons, are they, like, messing with our emotions? And all this stuff we buy, is it really making us happy?
Good question.
Yeah. Like, can we even design for real happiness, or are we just, like, always feeding this desire for more?
I mean, a lot of times we don't even realize how much our environment, like both physical and digital, it's like engineered to kind of nudge us towards certain choices.
Totally. Like those BY now buttons, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're everywhere.
They are.
It's like no accident. They're like totally designed to make us impulse buy. Stress, boredom,
Yeah.
that feeling you need instant gratification. They like play right into consumerism.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, how does this all connect back to synthetic happiness?
So if you look at like Victor Papanek, he had this whole critique of advertising, right?
Yeah.
And he argued that we're always being persuaded to buy things we don't need with money we might not even have, all to impress people who probably don't care.
Yeah.
It's like this cycle, right? Desire and acquisition that might not actually lead to being happy.
Yeah, it makes you really wonder, like, is all this stuff really fulfilling us?
Yeah.
Or are we just chasing some, like, fake manufactured happiness?
Right. And I think we've gotten to a point where like consumerism is so tied up with choice.
Oh, totally.
And then that choice is tied to our identity.
Yeah.
And like take Amazon, for example.
Oh, yes, Amazon.
It's become this giant thing that pushes this idea that, having millions of products to buy means you're free and you're happy.
You think, like, have you ever gotten stuck in that Amazon rabbit hole?
Yeah.
I have. You just scroll for hours and you're comparing and then you end up feeling worse.
Oh, yeah, all the time. It's classic choice overload, right?
Yeah.
And ironically, there's research showing that too much choice can actually make you less happy.
Interesting.
It's like it paralyzes you. Instead of feeling empowered, you just end up feeling anxious and like not satisfied.
Okay, so then how do we break free from this? Like
Yeah.
this desire and then feeling disappointed. Where does synthetic happiness fit in?
Okay, so let's break it down.
Okay.
Natural happiness, that's the joy you feel when you actually get what you want. But synthetic happiness, that's the happiness we like create when things don't go our way. And what's amazing is research suggests humans are really good at like adapting to disappointment.
Wow. So we're kind of hardwired for synthetic happiness. That's kind of cool. But can we like use this in design?
Yeah.
Can we design experiences that make us truly happy instead of just making us want more stuff all the time?
Yeah, absolutely. What if we designed things that helped us connect with other people
Oh, yeah.
or encouraged us to like go out in nature or be creative?
Yeah.
That's the stuff that makes you feel fulfilled long term.
So it's like changing our mindset from what can I buy to what can I experience or
Right.
what can I create?
Yeah, exactly. It's about designing for like fulfillment and meaning, not just buying more things.
Wow. We've talked about so much. Sneaky BYNL buttons, synthetic happiness, and how we can actually design for something like deeper, more meaningful.
Yeah.
It really makes you think about how powerful design is, how it affects us.
I think the key is awareness, right? The more we get how our environment and our own minds work, the more we can make choices that actually make us happy.
Totally. So here's a final thought for everyone listening. If you could go, like, redesign your life to be truly happy, what would it look like? What would you change? What would you keep? It's something to think about. Because at the end of the day, we all have the power to choose what makes us happy.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it for this deep dive. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, everyone.